This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everybody, sorry for the delay, I had to restart my computer. Just sit comfortably, relax. Welcome all the perceptions as they appear in your awareness without trying to do anything about them. It's an artificial exercise in complete passivity. You don't try to change them or to eliminate them or to keep them. No attachment, one way or the other. So it's an exercise which is an experiment rather, which is different from both what is usually known as mindfulness or even as staying in the now. Because in those type of exercises or practices, there is still a control of the attention which is maintained on the upcoming objects, as if they were interesting somehow. So the difference here is that we don't care. We are not interested in staying in the now or in not thinking. It's more simple. We simply don't care one way or the other about anything that arises in awareness. That is made easy, this exercise, because we have 30 minutes to do it. Everything else can be postponed. And we are in a comfortable position, or we are making ourselves as comfortable as possible. But this ultimate indifference with regard to the thoughts, the perceptions, the bodily sensations, the feelings, this complete passivity, this welcoming without being interested. Places us unknowingly in the beginning in the position of awareness itself. In the openness of our true nature. What I'm saying here is the explanation, if you will, the user's manual, the rationale for the exercise. You don't need to give it too much attention. I say that just to understand what this experiment is about, because some of us may still have this notion of concentration, paying attention. In other words, some kind of residual effort, some kind of practice, something to do, and some things not to do. So here the conditions are easy to do because this indifference is natural when the objects that appear in our awareness are neutral, which is the case. Nothing is exciting and nothing is problematic or repelling. Everything is neutral. So it's easy to be benevolently indifferent. It's different if we are in a very uncomfortable situation, or if someone insults us, or if we hear bad news, or if the situation becomes very interesting for some reason. Here it's neutral, so it's very easy for the energies that is usually invested in the world of perceptions, in the objects, in the thoughts, in the world, in the body, to be set free. Meaning not to be redirected towards a different object, but to remain kind of suspended in this benevolent indifference. The thoughts arise, but a thought in which we are not interested is immediately released. If the thought is interesting in and by itself, it will follow its course, but then there will be effortlessness attached to this thought. And it's okay. The bodily sensations and the external sense perceptions, they come and they go. Now, what may happen is a resistance that arises, a kind of deep boredom, or worse, fear, panic. And of course, in this case, these fears, this boredom are completely irrational. It's because we feel that the situation is unbearable, whereas in fact it isn't. It's completely neutral. If we feel it to be unbearable or boring, it's because we don't want to accept what the now has to offer. Because there is this sense of lack at the core of our being, and we don't want to look at it. It's too frightening. However, this monster inside us, this sense of lack, is not going to eat us alive. It has no power. So we can easily surrender to it if it happens. However, if we want to keep this monster in the nooks and crannies of the house, all we have to do is not to face it, not to disturb it, and it will stay there. And we keep generating the fear and the desire. But once we have faced the monster, meditation is easy. It's like going into the water with your body, and the water is at the perfect temperature. And feels like a caress. And here it is, the caress of our true nature. Once the fear has been eliminated, the path is open forever. The path, the way back home. But then there is not even the need to go back home, because we are home. We have always been. This meditation is only a point of entry. To enter, we use this tool of complete passivity. But once we are accustomed to, once we are inside, if you will, inside the garden, we can act, we can think, we can move, we can dance while remaining inside. The experiment was just a way to enter. Once we discover the inner peace, we can understand that we cannot lose it. And as a result of this understanding, we are free to move, we are free to think, we are free to act, we are free to celebrate. We are already that which we love, that which we seek, that which we need. You may observe changes in the condition of the body and of the mind as a result of this experiment. But they are not important. Actually, they may even be an obstacle. They become an obstacle if we believe they are important or they are significant. They have to be treated with the same benevolent indifference as the other phenomena. In this way, our integrity gets restored. We remain knowingly as this benevolent and indifferent presence. The source of all blessings that which is perceived is not important. That which is essential is that which perceives, always. Thank you.